Okay, so in this video, we're going to learn how to make a link. So some of you may have already figured it out in the HTML or the link template down here. I think there's one of the templates that is linked to a URL. Okay, what I'm using is my road trip tips template, and what you'll see is that it's the double header. So I mean, it's the trip tips screen. It's the double header template. So I have like two halves on this screen. I have text on the top, and then I have text and a picture on the second. By the way, that's my Fiat. Not mine, but the same one that I have. Okay, so remember, this is the preview, and over here on the right is where you do the work, or the properties side. So what we want is we want to make this image a link. So we're going to go to the workspace, and do you see this little whoopee? This workspace is teeny tiny, so I'm going to pull the whoopee and resize it so I can see more in my workspace. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the picture. You'll notice that there are anchors around that kind of say, oh yeah, you're selecting this picture. And then what we want to do is we want to insert a link. Okay, we're going to click on the chain link. Now I already did this ahead of time, but I want this to go to the Fiat website, so Fiat USA. So I'm going to click, hold, and drag to highlight. I'm going to right click and copy. I'm going to swap back to my MadLearn tab, and then I'm going to right click and paste. Okay, sometimes it's good to also put a title here for that link, and we'll just call this Fiat USA. And then for the target, you can choose whether you want it to be none or a teeny tiny arrow, new window. So none would mean that if you linked, it would just go to this next website, I think in the same space. Or if you wanted to go to a new window, it would open up a new window. So for now, we'll say none, and then we'll say OK. And then we want to make sure we save. Okay, so hopefully what will happen is in the preview, notice now if we put our mouse on top of the Fiat picture, it's turning into a finger instead of just an arrow. So if I click the finger, you'll see that here in this web page, it's going to Fiat USA, which is awesome. Okay, so now, whoops, we'll refresh that. We'll say continue because now it's got to go back to the MadLearn. Okay, I'm also going to, look at that spider, that's fancy. Okay, Fiat 5C, this is the one. Okay, I'm going to link also to text. So I'm going to come over here in the properties, and remember, if you want to resize the workspace, you can do that. There's no reason for anyone to work in a space that small. This time what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the text, Fiat 500C pop. That's what I want to make a link. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead to the chain link, and it's going to say that's the text. I'm going to come over here. This is the 500C. We'll go to the pop. I think it's probably going to just take us the same. Oh no, it's not. Okay, we'll go to the pop. We will highlight, copy, come back to the first tab, click and paste. We're going to say, maybe we'll say new window this time so we can see the difference, and we'll say OK. And then the thing that's going to make it all work is save. So save, save, save. Save, 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 save. Okay, and then here's a finger for the picture and also a finger for the words 500C pop. And notice it opened its own tab. Okay, so that's that.